Guess what? Everybody has that beautiful, it's in your nose. You just feel like, "Oh, my nose is not pointed enough." I'm sure in your mind you're like, oh, Chinelo, why are you talking like this? Chinelo, because you be like this now. But do you know that I have some insecurities about my body shape too? Should I tell you one? Call it out! It doesn't mean you should be rigid. We're going to be talking about I will do my short hairs. Do you know, as a matter of fact, I don't feel down like this. They just go carry and say, "Now, so the new woman, the new woman." Emerge and shine. Welcome to the New Woman Show. Hi guys, this is your girl Chinelo, the work dress specialist. Welcome again to the second episode of the New Woman Show with Chinelo Weke. Yes, today we're going to be talking about mind over matter. I'm sure I can hear someone telling me, Chinelo, please don't say it. Don't say it. I'm a confident woman. Don't say it. I'm going to say it in this show. That's why we are here, right? To dissect everything, analyze it, tear them up into pieces and then now rebuild. So that we can do what? Emerge. And not just emerging. What do we do when we emerge? We shine this little light of mine. Now, it's not going to be a little light. Who thinks she has a little light? This light of mine. Oh, I'm gonna let it shine. This main light of mine, Chinelo is going to let hers shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. No more boundaries, no more mind games. Yes, no more boundaries. Let's talk about mindsets. What are those things that make us choose a particular item over the other? What are those things that shape our decision? What are those things that affect our choices? Now, it's our mind. And then we go out every day to the office, to church, and then there are certain ways we carry ourselves just because of the choice that we made when it comes to fashion. We're going to be having fashion as the main topic here because fashion is actually that one thing, that one major aspect of a woman's confidence. When you see a woman dressed in a certain way, it's because her mind is reflecting her personality from the inside. A lot of people tell you that, oh, my mind, no, this is just me, but there is a reason why you are dressed the way you dress. Now let's talk about why do we wear shift dresses? What is a shift dress? Shift dresses are those dresses that are like an A-line and it doesn't flatter your figure. A lot of women hide under it. A lot of women love shift dresses just because it's going to take care of all those contours. And then you're telling me that it's not your mind. Your mind. If you should be wearing a shift dress, Madam Bola, let it be because you love that shift dress. Let it not be because you're trying to cover up your insecurities. Let it not be because you're trying to play safe. If you're going to be wearing that shift dress, let it be because you just love it. Oh, I love this dress. I'd like to own it. And not because you want to hide your arms. You want to hide your tummy. Yes, you can actually wear a dress that flatters you. But what is your mind telling you about a particular outfit? It's time to emerge. The new woman. Emerge and shine. So how do we break free from this limiting mindset that is not allowing us to express, that is not allowing us to emerge and shine. Here are the 3 points that I'd like to mention here that will help us break free from these limiting mindsets. This mindset that is so intrusive that it affects our appearance. Number 1, body positivity. You know what, guys? There are so many things in our bodies that will feel that it's not beautiful. But I think that we should first start learning how to focus on the functionality and not the flaws. You love Chinelo. I'm sure in your mind you're like, oh, Chinelo, why are you talking like this? Maybe because you be like this now. But do you know that I have some insecurities about my body shape too? Should I tell you one? Okay. I have hip gaps. They call it hip dip, just somewhere around here. And when I wear fitted dresses, that dip around my hip, it gives it it doesn't give it that, aesthetics. It doesn't give it that celebrity. All of us want to look like, that packaged. So I don't get it. When I look at myself in the mirror in that fitted dress, I see that the hip dip, and I'm like, oh, this thing here. But guess what? I focus on my other beautiful body part that I love. In fact, what makes you think that hip dips are not beautiful when the Bible already says that He has created us fearfully and wonderfully made? So if God looked at me so well and said, Chinelo, take some hip dip, it's because He wanted to have some jara, and then I will not start breaking my head that, I have hip dip. Oh. Who else understand what I mean? Hip dips are actually something that is a concern to ladies and then you feel, I know that there are women who would not want to even try wearing fitted dresses just because of hip dip, because it just reveals it. And then what do? I focus on my functionality and not my flaws. I focus on my waistline. And I'm sure Chinelo, she don't hype herself. Let me hype myself. Are you gonna hype myself for me? So yes, we focus on the functionality and not the flaws. Everybody has that beautiful, it's in your nose. You just feel like, my nose is not pointed enough. What? But you have this glowing skin. So why don't you wear those sleevelesses to just reveal that skin? You know what? You have to also maintain decency. So if you're wearing your sleeveless and your skin is fresh and your nose is not pointed, who cares? You just show it up, man. So what am I saying? Focus on functionality. Now let's move to the next point, self-acceptance. I belong to a platform, a group of people in Abuja, and there is this lady that is part of us. She's actually vision impaired. That is, she doesn't see you the way you see others. She's blind. But do you know that when you see this lady, she looks so beautiful and she dresses so well. Do you know why? She has accepted herself. She has accepted her personality. It's not going to change except there is a miracle. So what am I saying? Accept yourself for who you are. Just going back to the first point, I mentioned that I had hip dip. And what do? I accept myself for who I am. And so I focus on my other functionality. So accept yourself for who you are. And stop putting yourself or comparing yourself to other, aesthetically, figure eight shapedly ladies. You're so beautiful. You're dark-skinned and your melanin is popping. Ebony, aquanwa. And then you want to tell me that it is that nose. Accept it. You want to tell me that, Chinelo, it's because you're tall. Really? I do know. I'm even surprised that some people say I'm tall. I never knew I was tall. I used to think I'm like, So accept yourself for who you are and carry yourself with so much grace. Now let's move to the third point. Faith-based confidence. Faith-based confidence. There is this confidence that we give ourselves naturally, and there is one that the Word of God gives us. In this show, The New Woman, we're going to be talking about how the Lord has built us fearfully and wonderfully. How the Lord has looked at the entire world and made grace different from Sarah. Imagine having a God that is so intentional about you. that just decides to, oh, I'm going to make this my daughter dark-skinned. I'm going to add a little bit of pink lip. I'm going to make her eyes, go this way. The other one go that way. And then I'm not going to give her so much boobs. I'm not going to give her so much, bum. But I'm going to add a little bit of length to her arm. Do you know some ladies have long arms and it's so beautiful and what the world would call sexy? So, apart from having confidence in your look by yourself, all by yourself, just with your brain, remember who you are in the eyes of God. That is the best confidence you can give yourself. I want you to remember that Jesus loves you so much that God sent Jesus, his son, to die on the cross of Calvary for you. And if you can be that person that Jesus died for, you're better than everybody else. And I'm not saying it with be proud that you start feeling proud that I'm better than. What I mean is you should have that confidence that God made you who you are. So wrapping up, this is to tell you that your mindset revolutionizes your dress sense. It helps you to decide how you want to appear in church on Sunday after listening to this episode. How would you like to go to work tomorrow? I want you to step into your office tomorrow with so much confidence. Let even your mind know that the new woman in you is emerging. How do we do that? First, let's practice affirmation. I am beautiful. I am fearfully made. I am a hot cake. I remember this music. I'm a drip. I'm more. I'm a speck. Those are words of affirmation, even though people just sing it just casually. But do you know that you're a speck? You're a drip. And not a drip. You're a drip and more. So I want you to practice self-affirmation. Focus on comfort. Oh, that's very important. You know what, guys? People say that beauty is pain. I know that part, and I'm going to analyze it for you. When you say beauty is pain, maybe you just feel like this dress I'm wearing, I have to button it up, but when I button it, I feel tight. So I'm not going to wear the dress. No. If that dress is going to make you look so beautiful, you button it, feel that pain, and come out, looking radiant. But that is not the place of discomfort. So I'm not saying that you should feel uncomfortable. What I'm saying is that embrace those things. Take up the challenges. Oh, Chinelo, I'm not going to fix my nails. Chinelo, hey, do you know you can fix your nails and make them short? If they are short, you're going to be comfortable. And do you know that even if you don't fix your nails, you can shine your nails and reflect your beauty through other ways? So it's not just about trying to copy somebody to do what they are doing. It's about doing what you're comfortable in. At the same time, accepting the challenges of allowing your new personality to shine. Sis, you cannot just sit down like that in the name of comfort. I just want to be comfortable. No, if I don't wear this out, now, for how long? Okay, you've been doing it for 30 years. You're even 40 years old. And you've been doing it for how many years now? Comfort. Sis, come out. Come out from that over-comfort zone. Explore. Be a new woman. Make sure that you're comfortable in your new personality. But do not just let yourself become so, now. That's not what we are teaching here. And then again, we're going to talk about celebrating uniqueness. Let's celebrate our uniqueness. We are unique. I have a sister, or let's say a colleague, who is tall, and she's not so shapey. Like what we will call, she doesn't have the backyard. She doesn't have the front. But guess what? Do you know she's 45? And she looks like she's 15, 20. So what does that mean? Everybody calls her vampire. Nobody even remembers that nobody even remembers that she's not curvy, that kind of curvy. And then she embraces it. Anywhere she goes to, she just likes to, carry herself, she has this inner youngness in her that just comes out. And then she embraces that personality like, oh, I'm 45. Do you know I'm 45? Really? Embrace your uniqueness. It's not about the figure eight. Look at Kate Henshaw. Will you say that she's so curvy? But everybody knows one thing when they mention Kate Henshaw: vampire. We just see. Are you going to say Kate Henshaw is the most beautiful lady in Nollywood? No, she's certainly not. But we celebrate her uniqueness. And that thing is that she looks younger than her age. So whatever it is that you know that is your uniqueness, embrace it. Embrace your uniqueness. Love yourself. Affirm yourself. And you will see that new woman gradually coming out. And what? Shining. All right, guys. I feel so, filled up already. I'm speaking to you, but I'm speaking to myself. In fact, I don't want to. No, Kini, Chinelo, perfect. Don't even go there. So don't think that the way Chinelo is saying it like that, I'm also ministering to myself. I'm speaking to myself. Thank you so much for joining me, Chinelo Nweke, in this episode of the New Woman Show. Would you like to be our guest? Would you like to share your journey? Would you like to show us some of the reasons why you prefer a certain way, prefer to dress in a certain way? Would you like to share with us one of the insecurities that you overcame and how you overcame them? I'll be very glad to have you in my show, The New Woman. Please follow us, like our page, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll be glad to see you in the next episode. Thank you.